Several African nations went to the polls in 2024. While the continent's election landscape remains complex, several countries were able to carry out peaceful, democratic elections.
The elections in Botswana and South Africa this year have demonstrated the capacity and competency of the electoral management bodies in both those countries, but also just the institutional integrity more generally in democratic processes in both countries as it relates to transfers of power.
A common thread seemed to be unfolding throughout the year as poor economic conditions influenced voters and dragged down many ruling parties.
The failure to ensure economic growth, addressing issues of poverty and inequality. We have some of the worst aspects of that in this region. And that you have political parties in charge that have, I guess, promoted more of an exclusive beneficiation.
The African National Congress lost its majority grip for the first time in 30 years and was forced to form a government of national unity with other parties to maintain its leadership role.
The formation of the Government of National Unity is largely perceived to be very peaceful. That is further supported by the response of the South African economy. The South African Business Confidence Index has also increased, meaning that there is a widely perceived trust in the government or increased trust in the government.
In bordering Mozambique, election results giving the ruling Frelimo party the win were marred by violent protests which claimed several lives and closed off borders.
In many ways, what's happened in Mozambique is the genie's been let out of the bottle, I think, around protests, and that protesters will see that the Mozambique state struggles to police effectively when protests are taking place in more than a few places at once. So I think this is the momentum of protest will continue even if a lid is put on it in the short term.
Africa's 2025 election calendar is set to be a pivotal one. In Gabon, there are signals that elections could pave the way for a return to democratic governance, while leaders in Cameroon, the Central African Republic, Malawi and Tanzania will seek to extend their mandates. The outcomes will depend on the choices made at the ballot box. Julie Shire, CGTN, Cape Town.